Welcome back to another state park study. And today, join me way out west, way up here in the Nebraska Panhandle at Walgren Lake State Recreation Area, which was established, as you can see from the sign, in 1926. Yeah, this place is almost 100 years old. And today, we're going to check it out. And we're going to see what it's got to offer. Way up here, we're out of the Sandhills. I mean, we are like, South Dakota is 20 miles, and I think Colorado is 50 miles that way. I mean, we're way out here. So this is really cool. Let's go ahead and jump in the truck and give it a shot and see what she's got. I rhymed there. I get it. That was weird. So anyway, we're getting in the truck and seeing what it's got. Welcome to the lovely Panhandle of Western Nebraska, and we are entering Walgren Lake, established in 1925. I was wrong. So it is 100 years old. And those nice little stone entrances. This one's cool, and hopefully I'm going to get this right today because I'm using a whole new camera setup on the outside of the truck, and I'm using it's fun. All right, so no all-terrain vehicles, which is interesting. So that from the get-go, and then off to the right we have our standard, park rules with the Iron Ranger for registering for camping. And here's what I thought was interesting. This one only has primitive camping, $10 a night, which I feel is interesting because you'll see what I mean when we go around the campsites. So let's go ahead, and we're going to immediately go left to start out with. I'm going to go over here, and you can see the lake ahead. Now you can also see probably indications already. The lake seems like it's way down. It's way down. So I wonder if that is why there's that primitive only right now. But we're going to go ahead and hang right here through these campsites. But none of these are numbered. None of these are labeled or anything like that. So you'll just have to bear with me there. The road is a little bumpy, so hang tight. But off to the left, you'll see what I mean. That these surprised me that they consider them primitive. Because they have park benches, they have fire rings, and in fact they have some elevated grills. Now, if you hear heavy breathing in the background, I also have to apologize. That would be Mr. Goose Dog. He's joining me today, and he wants to get out and play, and we're going to be doing that here in a minute. But again, off to the left, there's another campsite, and there's a bunch of tables moved over to it, and off to the left. Well, here, we're going to go right first. So this is going to be your first indication of how low this lake is. It does, in theory, have a boat ramp. But, yeah, there we go. I'm not going to go walk out on the ramp for obvious reasons. But, yeah, we can see just how low the lake is. They got a lot of lack of rain up here in Western Nebraska, so it's not totally surprising to me, but wow, it is way down, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and back out of there. So obviously at some point in time when the lake's back up, it will likely allow boats again, but I don't see how you could get one in there unless you kayak or something carrying it down through the mud. It's about the only thing I could see. Up to the left here, as we go out of there, we do have the old vault toilets, and those are the newer storm shelter style. So that's what interests me so much about this one. I've gone to so many of these parks now that I'm kind of picking up on cues on, how and what they're doing with the parks, and that's why this one kind of surprises me a bit. And we're driving by those campsites again, and these are nice campsites. I mean, this one, especially up to the left here, got a ton of shade. It's got its own fire ring. It's got a park table. So, I mean, $10 a night, can't beat that. But again, this is what interests me about this one in particular, is because of the whole lake being down and $10 a night thing. I wonder if that's just why they've cranked it all down to $10 a night. It's my only guess right now, because I've been to so many of these, and usually when you see those newer shelters, it indicates that they're taking a big interest in the park, or the park's actively maintained, which this one obviously is. It's mowed and what have you. It doesn't show any indications of being dredged, but yeah, look off to the left. Here, you probably can see it a little on the main cam. Here, let me get out the side one. And oh, they're doing a pollinator habitat project here, so that's cool. We need more of that, especially out here. But you can just see off to the left how low that lake is. And we're gonna keep going straight for a second because we're gonna end over here. If you want to see this, and you can kind of see it on the main cam right now, off to the left, there is, I'm going to go ahead and flip to the side cam. There is like a 100-year-old stone shelter there. We're going to check that out in a minute. But yeah, a lot of park benches, and they're in good repair. Here we got another really, really nice campsite. I mean, if the lake was up, this thing would be fantastic. Now you got your parking, and you got your park benches, and looks like there's 2 sites there technically. Huh. But I don't know if this creek is supposed to feed this lake, and if so, or vice versa. But if you can see it down there off to the left, that would be my hint as to why it's so low. We are coming up straight ahead. There is another entrance to the park. Off to the right, but off to the left, we do have another beautiful campsite with a couple elevated grills and a fire pit and a couple park benches. We do have a road off to the left. We'll take that on the way back. But off to the right, you'll see that there's that other entrance to the park. And again, none of these campsites here have any labeling or marking on them. So straight ahead, there's quite a few campsites. So here we go. We have more. There's another, at least, there's one off to your left. There's one fire ring off to your left and an elevated pit. Another elevated pit. And these doesn't have a ton of shade, but it's a nice site. They're all level-ish. You got parking over there. Off to the left, you'll see you also have our newer style vault toilets that are storm shelter. Again, that's counting 3 of those so far with a lake this size. It's pretty significant. More tent camping off to the left, or primitive, quote unquote. Again, primitive being that, technically primitive. I don't think it's supposed to have a fire ring or a park bench. That's what's weird about this. And we're gonna turn around early because there's a guy just sitting out here eating his dinner. But up there, straight ahead, if you go straight ahead, there's just a circle, and then there's one campsite up there again with a fire ring, and it's a nice one sitting down by the lake, and it's very shaded. But again, there's a guy sitting out there just having a good time, eating his dinner, reading a book. So we're gonna come back through here and get a little better shot. A little better look at some of these sites in here. Yeah, there's another fire ring right there. Right on, well, what would be the lake if it was up. So you can see it's probably down 5-6 foot. Wow, that's pretty unfortunate. All right, we're gonna go. And obviously fishing, I couldn't find any info on it. I'll put down below if I find anything. It was really hard to find anything about this one. It is very rural. I mean, the nearest city of any size is Shadron, Nebraska. And so it's very rural. I didn't find a whole lot of info on fishing, and I'm guessing that's because, as you see, the lake is so far down. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to speed things up because we're going to go back to the last part, which is that shelter, which I really want to take a walk down and show you guys. Just because I think it's 100 years old, and that'd be kind of cool to see. And it's a nice park shelter. It's another one of those stone ones, and we're taking the scenic route this time, okay? The scenic route. And I will stop yapping. I don't want to bore you, and we will skip ahead to the shelter. Pulling into the shelter area, you will see off to the left there is more camping area. I'm trying to get some shots of it. There are fire rings, and there's park benches. I mean, there's a lot of camping here. And then there is off to the right, obviously, that shelter with a fire ring. We're going to go ahead and pull up here by the outhouse. And, you know, back to what I previously said, this is another one of those new style. So they have 3. So it's, I mean, park's got a lot going for it. I will catch you as I go down the road and check out that shelter. And of course, right when I get out of the truck, the wind picks up. It's kind of like Murphy's Law or something, right? I didn't bring the other microphone, so I'm going to apologize in advance for the audio out here as Goose and I check this out. But here's something really cool. The whole place has been made handicap accessible. If you look from up there by the truck all the way down and down to the fishing jetty, that is all it's all graduated and paved. And that was done recently, you can tell by the concrete. So that's really cool. And there you can see how low it is from that fishing pier. When I said 6 feet, I think I was underestimating. I think it's more. It's really too bad. This is beautiful. Look at that view out there. Speaking of views, check this out. Here is that stone shelter, which Goose is really interested in, aren't you, buddy? But 2 grills out front, a fire pit, and oh yeah, this is nice. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's a little dark in here. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, just a nice little picnic shelter. It's all stone, and I believe this is this is old. I mean, I don't know if it's 100 years old, but it wouldn't surprise me. And sitting here having a picnic with that view, awesome. I don't know. This is a special place. It would be really awesome to see what it looked like with the lake up a little more. That'd really be cool. With that, that's all there is for Walgren Lake. This is a cool area. I really would like to see what it would look like with that lake all the way up, because obviously Game and Parks has put a lot of money into it, and they're actively maintaining it, and it is a nice, clean park. So if you're interested, again, this is up by Shatter, Nebraska. And also, if you're interested, I do these every single Sunday. I'm going to be doing every single Nebraska state park, state historical park, and state recreation area in 2025. Yeah, all 72 of them. I'm going to be putting them on for you here. And there's probably, by now, there is a playlist of them, and you can check out all of them. I do kind of a similar thing with all of them, and check them out. And if you're interested, I'd love to have you subscribe. It's free. Just hit that little button down below and join me for this and other kind of related stuff. And man, it is really nice out today. It is like 73 degrees up here. I left home, it was 95, so it's pretty nice. But that's it for Walgren Lake. And if you have enjoyed this, please do that whole like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to check out more, there's going to be some down here. And if you would, I have my dog Goose with me today. And Goose is a rescue. And I feel very strongly about rescue animals. Just please help support them. Please help support your local animal rescue animal shelter. Be it with dollars, be it with your time, or even better with adopting a new best friend. Maybe one that doesn't try to pull your arm off when you're walking him. But I've really enjoyed this one. And I'm off to another 2 parks today. So this is like the best thing ever. Oh man, how do I spend my vacation doing this? It's great. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll tune back in for the next State Park Sunday.